And I'm here with Shady Spring head coach Ronnie Olson. We can go ahead and say it. State championship coach Ronnie Olson.
State champions.
I know you're uber proud of your team, and they deserve all the props that they're going to get. But I want to ask you first. It's been very emotional. I saw you after the game on the court crying, hugging your kids in the press conference after the same thing. It's very emotional for you. Why? Where's the emotion coming from right now?
I mean, because you put so much hard work into it, It's just like all you do is, like I said, basketball is my life. I played in middle school, high school, college. I've coached it since I've got out. I didn't have 1 year off out of college. And personally, to see that pay off is amazing. And then you share it with kids that have just bought in. I get on them, I ride them. I try to help them become young men, and for them to enjoy that moment that I wasn't able to enjoy my senior year, and enjoy that with them is just the smiles on their faces. It's something I'll never forget.
You and you referenced you played at Independence. You guys lost the state championship to Magnolia down here. You and I we've had a lot of fun with that over the years. Probably more fun for me than it was you. But did you use any of that, what you learned as a player down here on your team this week, prepping for that one? What would that have been?
I saved that after we beat Winfield. I knew. I told them. And sometimes kids don't listen, but this group soaks everything in. They're just a good group of kids, young men, excuse me. I said, guys, they're going to remember you for losing the state championship. You don't want that feeling when you walk out of here. We didn't win the state championship on Friday, and those kids didn't. They wanted the true state title. They wanted to win it for our community. You saw, Shady Spring was out. They were out here today. They were strong. Shady Spring Nation was strong, and we're a tight-knit community. Everything going on in Raleigh County, with Beckley and everything, and everything with Dwayne and all that has just been an emotional roller coaster for our kids because they're close with them, in our program, and our thoughts and prayers with them. And to see those guys come out here and perform like that on a biggest stage when they've never been there at their age is just amazing.
Did you see a transformation at some point this season where Braden and Cole really became leaders? I saw at one point the game was physical in the first half, and at one point Jaden Holstein was fouled. He didn't think it was a foul, and before he could even say anything, I think it was Braden, might have been Cole, brother saying, "No, just let it go." And did you see them become leaders?
I've been talking to them. I don't want to lead you guys. I want them to lead them. I want to be extension of them as leaders. I want Cole, Braden, Todd. I've tried to give that to them, and Todd and Braden and Cole both have stepped up and filled that role. They lead by example by their play, but now they're also voicing it, and I think that makes them even extra special. They were going to need more than me with direction out there. To win a state championship, you need each other and guide each other and tell each other. They huddled up. I don't know if you saw it there. They huddled up, and I tried to tell them, listen, you guys tell each other what we're doing when they were playing off of us, and they huddled up while we were dribbling the ball up the floor. I think that's amazing for them to just know and be leaders.
Is this team IQ-wise, basketball IQ-wise, is it ahead of where you thought it could be at this point? I think you knew you had a talented team capable of this, but IQ-wise, because of that, you talk about understanding roles. A lot of teams don't want to. I don't want to be put in a specific role. Most of them want to score.
Yeah.
But have you seen their IQ to a point, like you talked about, huddling up while you were dribbling up the floor? Get to a point where it's even beyond what you could have imagined?
It is. We have a system that allows that, but man, those kids know how to play. It makes me look good, Obviously, we instill discipline, defense, and structure, but those kids have high basketball IQ, and a lot of times they make me look good, They're the ones out there winning the games. They're the ones out there executing, going after loose balls, boxing out, rebounding, grinding it on. All I can do is be in their corner and coach them up. But they have high basketball. Every coach I talk to, they know they have high basketball IQ. That's why zones, mans, presses don't bother them because they see the next step and the next play.
I talked to you when you took this job in 2015 or 16, and you told me we're going to win a state championship, and we're going to win a state championship because we're going to play defense like this. And to see that happen, it has to be, and I think you did reference that, it has to be just fulfilling as a coach that you got guys who are willing to buy in.
not 12 point, 10 points, 12 points, 9 points in the state championship game and hold a team 43 points.
That was their season low.
You know, that was their season low. I mean, you say it and everybody's cliche, go hard, play defense, but that's all we do in practice. I know they get tired of it. But we
Do
said,
they though? I mean, it doesn't look like it.
I mean, they get tired of it in practice because we repetition. But to go out there on the grand stage and reflect it, and now they believe in it. They know what's going to win. Obviously, when they're hitting threes and they're pushing the ball and they're slicing by people, but they know this was the type of game it was going to be. So we wrote that on the board. Win it either way. We're always about winning it either way.